Hey guys, it's Hardcore Hector here again with Shadicstick, but this time we're not going to be battling. You might see some battling on the screen because this is just my battling from the Spooky Cup and we just wanted some video going or whatever. But in this video, we're actually going to be talking about Halloween themed Pokemon. And I kind of talked about it in a previous video that didn't get very many positive views, or feedback, positive feedback, I should say. So I went over the Pokemon that were allowed in the Spooky Cup, and I was kind of saying, should they be allowed? Are they really considered Halloween-themed Pokemon? And I kind of mentioned that, ghost and demon-looking Pokemon should be included, but just because they're ghost type or dark type, it doesn't really mean they should be included. And then I mentioned, like cats maybe should be included, snakes, spiders, bats, because those are, kind of Halloween-themed by design. I played a few matches of the Spooky Cup, and the 6 Pokemon that I chose were Absol, Gengar, Chandelure, Rotom. Is it Rotom or Rotom? I'm not sure.
I,
Um,
I, I never got the pronunciation right.
and then I chose Dusk Noir and Umbreon. And I think, based on their designs and also because, some of the Pokemon had good Pokedex entries that were kind of spooky or Halloween themed, like Parasect, because Parasect, it doesn't look like a Halloween themed Pokemon or anything, but technically it's like a zombie or something because like the fungus overcame the Pokemon and now it's just like this zombie Pokemon or something. And that's why I was like, oh, it counts as a Halloween themed Pokemon that way. And then I was talking with people in the comments, and some people were saying they should allow Kabutops because he has those big scyther like hands or whatever, and his Pokedex entry says he cuts his prey in halves and like sucks out their entrails or something like that. And I wasn't too sure because maybe you can count it if you're thinking of like slasher movies, but I wasn't thinking in terms of slasher movies. I was just thinking in terms of like ghosts and pumpkins and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. What do you think about Kabutops?
Kabutops, I do find him more on the his design is more fierce to me than scary. But the way I feel about it is I don't know if I would put him on a spooky Pokemon list. I don't feel he's spooky, even though
Yeah,
his he has that Pokedex entry. I don't feel he's spooky really.
yeah, that's what I was saying, and I was like, just because that Pokedex entry was like that, he just seems more like a predator and not really a scary Halloween spooky Pokemon type thingy or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like Pokemon more like anything on the more like Kafagriga side because it turns you into it swallows you whole and turns you into a mummy. That's scary. That's scary.
Yeah.
That's spooky.
And then when I was playing a few matches, I kept seeing a bunch of Noivern, the dragon flying type Pokemon. I don't know why those were included. And the Explouds. And a ton of people were using Explouds and just using Boom Burst and just tearing my team apart. And I don't really know how Exploud would be a scary Pokemon or a Halloween themed Pokemon.
Very, very true. And especially since it's like its color scheme is not the scariest. Once you look at it, it's just like it's pink and yellow. Like this is not the color scheme I would think would be spooky. It's more just really loud.
Yeah, pretty much. And so yeah, so we agree on Pumpkaboo and Gourgeist, stuff like that. And just say like, what would you include in your team if you entered the Spooky Cup? Like, what are some of your favorite Halloween themed Pokemon?
I would have like I said before, Cofagrigus because it swallows you whole, turns you into mummy. It turns you into a mummy. That's scary. I'll put like a Trevenant on there, and I mean even though it in itself is like the Pokemon, it does right. Like it just looks spooky.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see a tree with like one eye, with part of its body's acting as like fangs. I would be scared.
Yeah. And Trevenant, or however you pronounce it, that I really like the design of that Pokemon, but it just doesn't seem like a really good competitive type Pokemon. I know we're just talking about the actual
Yeah,
appearance right now, but I just wanted to kind of say, it looks really cool, and I kind of want to use it, but just competitively, it's doesn't seem very good.
very true. I would also put like Gengar on that list because Gengar, it looks fierce and a bit scary at the same time. I don't know what it is about Gengar that's like that, and it's like past helps it. Plus, it's a ghost, and competitive wise, that thing is a monster.
Hmm.
So I would put Gengar on that list too.
Oh yeah, and also on the list was unknown, and I was kind of saying, I guess you can kind of say it's spooky or something because it's unknown, nobody knows about it, but nobody would be using it because it is just the worst Pokemon out there, one of the worst Pokemon out there.
I'm gonna put unknown on my team. I'm gonna put six unknown on my team. Let me go. Let me go to the spooky cup. I
There's a
think I'll
team
win.
full of unknown.
Someone will do it. Someone will find a way to win.
Oh, and
Oh
then
man,
Mr. Mime is also on the list. Um, well, I kind of thought
I'm just afraid of
maybe,
clowns.
yeah, I thought maybe Mr. Mime could count because clowns are freaky, and then some people usually dress up as clowns for Halloween. Oh, and then they included Pikachu because they had cosplay Pikachu, because cosplay costumes and all that stuff.
Yeah, that kind of makes me mad that they have Pikachu on the list. I just have a feeling, like besides the cosplay thing, they just wanted to promote Pikachu. Like when X and Y dropped, it was Pikachu time. Like, why is Pikachu the only Pokemon that actually says its name? No,
Yeah, I know. And because some people can make the argument that Pikachu's name is the same across all versions, all language versions, but Pikachu isn't the only one. There's a couple other here and there, and yet Pikachu's still the only one who can say his name. And I think more Pokemon should be able to say their name, man.
exactly.
And
Like
then
if that happened, it'd be ridiculous. I'm sorry.
yeah, and then they also included just those poison blobs, like Garbodor and then Muck, and what was that dude's name? The other one from Hoenn,
Dang it.
Swalot and
I don't
Hoenn.
like. Oh yeah, they're not very scary. They're just funny to look at.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Some of these I was just questioning, and I went through every single one, so it was a pretty long video. But some, I do agree with. Like I said, the cats and the spiders. Oh yeah, and then the toads, because some people kind of say like toads and frogs count as Halloween themed Pokemon or whatever or things, and so they included
True.
Croagunk and Toxicroak.
I just don't believe they should have had a Pokemon like Granbull, Exploud. Even
Yeah,
Ditto. Like, why is Ditto in there?
yeah, I don't know. Maybe because they're thinking, he can transform into the other guy, so he's like a costume Pokemon. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of their thought process or whatever.
True. Because I kind of think I know why they have like Cubone and Marowak on there. Because the bones and plus the Cubones get its mother's head. It's
Yeah.
very sad. Kind of scary at the same time. Like you go back to Gen 1, you think about that Marowak at the top of the tower or whatever. Oh no, I was gonna say some of these Pokemon just do not Tangrowth. Some of these Pokemon just should
Yeah,
not be on
I
this
I
list.
specifically said those ones too because I was like they're just a group of vines, you can't really see its face, but still it's just a group of vines.
Exactly. Like these Pokemon should just they should not be here. They should they should just lay low. They should just kick them off the list and just let the list be the spooky Pokemon or like the Halloween themed Pokemon. Like Let it be those. Do not have Pikachu on this list.
Yeah, and I thought there would be like a lot more Aegislash in the contest or competition or whatever you want to call it, but I only saw like two over the all the battles that I did. It was mostly Exploud everywhere.
That makes me mad that Exploud was used that much. Why is Exploud like becoming the one team, like the one competitor to rule them all?
I don't know, man. Oh yeah, and then they also included the Elgium and Beheeyem or whatever, which are kind of like alien Pokemon. And I wasn't sure if aliens can kind of count as Halloween theme. What do you think?
I would somewhat, I would count them. I would count them because they have no other place. Like, I mean, like you can, like I can see Halloween because a lot of times even around Halloween you do see more alien themed stuff. Because you gotta admit, like when you hear like the stories of aliens, you get a little spooked out sometimes. Because I'll be listening about the Area 51 Fox News thing, blah blah blah, and I'm just like, this footage is just so creepy. Why?
Oh yeah, and I also said in my video, some people kind of got confused. I think with when I was checking out the comments, I was saying Houndour and Houndoom should definitely be included because they're like hellhounds, but I don't think Mightyena should be included because it just seems kind of like a regular dog that's just a dark type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just seems like a black wolf. It doesn't seem like an actual like creature that is made to be scary or spooky. It's just a black wolf or like a husky maybe at best.
Uh-huh.
Like that's what it's more leaning towards that side rather than being something scary. Like
And
a hellhound. If I saw a hellhound, I would run. I'm not playing games.
yeah. They had, Carvana and Sharpedo, which are shark type Pokemon, and well, they're half water, half dark, and so I think that's might have been why they included them because they're dark. But sharks aren't Halloween themed at all. I'm scared of sharks. I will not swim in the ocean because I'm always freaking out over sharks and maybe giant squid or whatever the hell. But I wouldn't put them in a Halloween themed list.
Yeah, I think they were maybe just thinking Jaws, and then they were like, Jaws is a scary movie. Let's put these in here. You know that they're automatically spooky. Carvana, I don't know why they put Carvana in there. Like piranhas, I mean, piranhas are scary. Never mind. I can understand that, but Sharpedo does not need to be on that list.
Hmm. So, you have any other favorites, either by design or for competitive usage or whatever, based on this list?
I'm gonna go more with design since this is a spooky cup. I'm gonna just go more on the design side. The chandelier, I like chandelier as far as design being in the spooky cup because it's like a chandelier hanging up in a haunted house. As soon as you go into a haunted house, what's the first thing you know is chandelier. It kind of is one of those Pokemon that kind of set the mood for it to be spooky. Other Pokemon such as like I said before, the Cofagrigus. You
Hmm.
have some Pokemon that don't need it, like Meowstic. Lunatune, that's a Pokemon that I I I really like being in there. Lunatune is a really good Pokemon to be in there. It has creeped me out since like the first time I ever saw it.
Pumpkaboo and
Oh yeah,
Gourgeist, too, also.
oh yeah, Punkaroo and Gorgeist. Those are other two Pokemon. Like I like their design. They're specifically like designed to be like jack o' lanterns and stuff like that. Those are I really like that. Those are in the spooky cup. I want to see more of those because those are actually like design Halloween design Pokemon. They're not Explode.
Yeah. And another some of my favorites also just based on design is like Miss Magius, the evolution of Misdreavus or whatever. I really liked that Pokemon in Generation 2 because it was like the first pure ghost type. And, because Generation 1 only had Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar, and they're half poison. So they're weak to psychic attacks. And then they come out Generation 2 with Misdreavus or whatever. And then Generation 4, it had an evolution, which actually made it, a lot better and a lot stronger. And also the design, kind of looks like a witch's hat or whatever that it has on. And same with Murkrow and what's its evolution? Let me check real quick.
I know I forgot the name. I feel I Honchkrow, I think.
Honchkrow.
Yeah, Honchkrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
Honchkrow.
Well, Honchkrow doesn't look as scary, but Murkrow, it does also have that witch's hat looking thing, and then its tail even looks like a broom, you know. So
Very, very true.
based on the design, it looks really cool, very Halloweenish. And also, you're saying Chandelure, and I included him in my team. But if you look at the shiny version of Chandelure, his flames go from purple to orange, and even his face is a little bit more orange, and so he looks a little bit more like a jack-o'-lantern instead of just a chandelier. So if you had a shiny Chandelure, I think it'd be perfect for a Halloween list.
Very, very true. That's I like that. Yeah, I like that. That's a now that I'm looking at it, like I just looked up a shiny chandelier. Now that I'm looking at it, like this is I want that on my team.
And then Houndoom is cool. Oh, and then based on the Pokedex entries, Shedinja definitely, because it has that hole on its back, and then supposedly if you look in the hole, it like sucks out your soul or something like that.
Oh yeah, very true. Like, and I look at Pokemon like, what is it? Golurk, whatever the Golurk line, that line, and I I I want to say it's spooky, but it's not. It's not. It's more on the mysterious side. But I
Hmm.
like its shiny form. Its shiny form looks more on this scary side than its regular form
Yeah, it
because
looks
it
like a
has the
Frankenstein or
green.
something.
Exactly. It has the green to outline the stuff, and then it has this darker shade of blue, and it's gray rather than being one shade of bluish green with some yellow. Like it looks more on the spooky side. Not Esper deserves to be on this list, as we all know. That's the scariest Pokemon on this list. Like, if any Pokemon was to go on this list first, I would say Esper, because that's the scariest thing on here. Not Meowstic, just Esper.
Uh-huh. Those eyes and stuff.
Those eyes are what make it the scariest. It's peering right into your soul. I want to know what the Pokedex entry is. I'm very interested. Hold on.
Let me see. X's Pokedex entry is: the organ that emits its intense psychic power is sheltered by its ears to keep power from leaking out. And then Y, it has enough psychic energy to blast everything within 300 feet of itself, but it has no control over its power. It doesn't seem too scary, based on its entry or anything. It's mostly just psychic powers and stuff.
With those eyes. Those are what that's what's gonna get you. Now Zora and Zoroark, I don't necessarily believe they should be on this list. Like that, like I said, like before, you said like it. Kabutops was more of a predator Pokemon. That's how I feel about this Pokemon. It's more of just being a predator rather than being scary.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at it, like it's a like it's more on the side of I'm fierce, I'm gonna get you. It's that kind of scared rather than I'm actually spooky in some kind of way. The only thing I can really see spooky about it or like Halloween theme is it's a that most common ability, the transforming at the beginning of the battle.
Yeah, the illusion ability.
Yeah, illusion. Pokemon like Gliscor, those I'll accept because that's a bat thing, a bat scorpion combination, if you
Yeah.
will.
Well, yeah, I don't know what the heck it is. Well, Gligar, it's more like a flying scorpion, but Glysaur looks more like a bat, like a Batman or something. I don't even know.
For real, like it's really on it's that in between where you can't really determine what it is. I'm gonna say it's a bat. A lot of these Pokemon I'm looking at, like the ones that it's just like ones that are definitely should be on this list, and then ones that definitely should not be on this list.
So, all right, so that's it for this video, I guess. Um, I think you're gonna put this video on your channel as well. I'm gonna try and put it on my channel. So hopefully it'll be on both of our channels, and I'll be putting links in the description in my channel video to Shadicstick's channel, if that makes sense. I hope this isn't getting confused. And so if you put the video up on your channel, please give a link to my channel, and you guys can check out my channel. I'm Hardcore Hector. He's Shadicstick, and I guess that's it. Any final words?
Um, well, have a good one. People watch on my channel, you better go subscribe to Hector, or I'll stab you. This is Halloween.
Yeah, thanks, I guess.